Another one of her strong moments, I'll show it right here on the videotape, is when she really pushed this thing about being the governor of Alaska and being an expert on energy. Of course, she really wanted to make the case for domestic drilling, but particularly when she called Obama out on support voting for the energy bill that gave all these tax breaks to the oil company. I mean, Biden's up there running off in her mouth about tax cuts to the oil companies, and then she comes out and says, well, your man Obama voted for the energy bill that put these tax breaks into place. But on top of that, as the governor of Alaska, she turned around and imposed windfall profits tax.
So it was Barack Obama who voted for that energy plan that gave those tax breaks to the oil companies that I then had to turn around as a governor of an energy producing state and kind of undo in my own area of expertise, and that's energy.
He's talking about oil profits, and then she points out that Obama voted to give him the oil profits, and then she took action as the governor. She didn't just talk about it, she took action as the governor to take it away. And that she is an expert on energy, and energy independence is the key to our future. Very, very strong stuff. Very, very exciting stuff. And of course, not typical Republican. And I mean, she's really shining off with her executive powers. She said last night that McCain is going to ask her to lead on energy independence, and looking forward to the future. The future of the Republican Party is going to look a lot brighter when the superstar and the dominant force in that party is someone who obviously is on record supporting windfall profits tax. Has done it. It's not just saying she's going to do it, but she has done it as governor. Republicans are not going anywhere. That's the main thing. You can try to beat them, but they ain't going anywhere, because back in Watergate, the country punished the Republican Party for what Nixon did in Watergate, blew him out. Jimmy Carter was elected. Only 4 years later, it was only 4 years, the Republicans come back with Reagan, and then they win 3 straight massive back-breaking landslides on the Democrats. So there's no reason to think that just because George Bush is the worst president in history, that's the end of the Republican Party. Because the Democrats are going to screw up. And in 4 years, they're going to want to throw these bums out. Throw the bums out. That's never worked. Like I said, they threw the bums out, threw Nixon out, threw the Republicans out after Nixon. 4 years later, they couldn't wait to get rid of Jim Carter, throw that bum out. And then in 1994, the country threw out the Democratic Congress, and they threw the bums out. And only 2 years later, Newt Gingrich, his name was dirt. I mean, he was the most least liked politician in the country. They couldn't wait to kick his ass out and get rid of him. He wasn't even in the Congress by the time they finished with him. They kicked him behind out of the Congress. Forget about kicking him out of the majority. He lost the speakership, and then he lost his seat. They couldn't wait to get rid of him and throw that bum out. And then they threw out the bums, threw out the Republicans just in 2006. And now the Democratic Congress has even lower approval ratings than. So it's silly to think that throwing the bum out is going to solve anything, because they all a bunch of bums. The main point that she made last night is that the Democrats, Biden and Obama, are just typical politicians.
Barack Obama voted against funding troops there after promising that he would not do so. And Senator Biden, I respected you when you called him out on that. You said that his vote was political, and you said it would cost lives. And Barack Obama at first said he would not do that. He turned around under political pressure and he voted against funding the troops. I beg to disagree with you again here on whether you supported Barack Obama or John McCain's strategies. Here again, you can say what you want to say a month out before people are asked to vote on this, but we listened to the debates. I think tomorrow morning, the pundits are going to start doing the who said what at what time, and we'll have proof of some of this. You also said that Barack Obama was not ready to be commander-in-chief, and I know, again, that you opposed the move that he made to try to cut off funding for the troops, and I respect you for that. I don't know how you can defend that position now, but I know that especially with your son in the National Guard, and I have great respect for your family also, and the honor that you show our military. Barack Obama, though, another story there. Anyone, I think, who can cut off funding for the troops after promising not to, that's another story.
Flip-flop on everything, caving into political pressure, and lying, and talking a lot of bullshit. And that's all they ever do, and they do anything to win. So everything that Obama says to you, whether it's hope and change or McCain is equals Bush, anything he says, everything that comes out of his mouth, his only purpose of it is to win the election. That's the